Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Being Trans, the Darkest Timeline. I am Amanda Bonanza. To the side of me is Lilith Elektra, and below me, to my left, I think it's left.
You're up there somewhere?
Yeah, you're pointing at Lilith now. I'm on the other side. There's me.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's a real Brady Bunch in here. We're pretty proud to be a part of this big family. Hi.
Let's get dark, y'all.
Hi, Lilith. Let's get dark, like the Brady Bunch, like right. that weird middle period where, like, you know, they had to get they all had STDs.
I must have missed that.
They all had STDs.
They went through that dark period of like 1978.
It was that right after that episode Davy Jones was on, and then boom,
Marcia committed suicide. It was real fucking nasty.
Jan had to get an abortion. Yeah, those were dark times on the show.
Had to.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's already starting, y'all.
Yeah.
Charlotte, thank you so much for the support. We always appreciate your super chats. You are awesome.
Yeah, we love you, Charlotte. We love you. We love all of you. I don't have anything prepared. What we got today?
Should we talk about our new president, Elon Musk?
Well, we could. I mean, you talk about Elon. I haven't been paying attention, to be perfectly honest. I've kind of zoned out on everything. It's like,
so what happened was a guy who has not yet been hired by a guy who is not yet president went on to his social media platform to tell Congress they should kill the bill for funding the government, and so he shut the government down.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing dumb shit like that for a while. I mean,
they did pass that last night, though.
They did pass something else last night, but he was the reason they killed the one that was the bipartisan thing that was agreed on, that was going through the process. He killed it, and it's just like, this bodes super well
I mean,
the future of America.
There's other great news. I mean, if you look at like that national defense bill that took away
that was good, yeah,
trans health care from children of military people, like a bunch of 80 some Democrats voted for that, including 40 that were named trans
the human
champions,
rights, the human rights
transgender
champions.
And then I saw today that the Biden White House is not gonna push for protections for trans athletes. So
cool.
Didn't they also like dig up Weekend at Bernie and give him the position that AOC was supposed to get?
Oh yeah, the 77-year-old guy with
cancer. It's like stage 4 cancer.
Then Nancy Pelosi's like, why do we keep losing? We keep sending corpses up.
No, she's shaking up leadership. She's shaking up Democratic leadership.
Is that how she broke her ankle?
This time we're going to do something different. We're going to put an old white guy in. We're just going to shake it up.
They're going to shake it up.
Might work.
Yeah,
an old white guy.
This is the problem. We haven't done enough old white
court
guys.
Moderate Republicans.
That's what
I think they need to. First of all, we need older. Let's try older.
Let's try and get someone over 100 in there. I think
whiter, older and whiter.
I don't want anyone in charge of this country that doesn't know how to shoe a horse. That's not acceptable.
Look, you're joking.
You need to know how to shoe a horse. You need to know how to churn butter. If you can't do those things, kids today, they can't even write in cursive.
They will legit try to raise the ghost of Robert Byrd in a seance to have him win in West Virginia. It's easier just to throw the same old people who are failing out there than to just I don't know, change your message. It's like, we know what people who voted for Trump want. They don't want what Trump's going to give them, but we know what they want.
And in all fairness, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Matters.
It's like for me, every time I have doubts about leaving and moving or whatever my plans are, it's
just look at the news for 5 seconds.
This is the right move. There's no one here who's going to do anything.
No, it's gonna be real fucking shitty. It's like if they're acquiescing already and he's not even fucking there, and it's like they're lining up to suck his dick, and he's not even fucking sworn in yet.
I did have a great interaction this week in the comments with someone, and someone just posted something like, hey, if you just leave trans people alone, like their transition doesn't affect you in any way. Why are you doing this? And this one lady gets in there, she's just like, I'm just sick of they're less than 1% of the population, but there's so much noise from them. And I was like, look, we're not making the noise. Like, Republicans are passing all these bills. And I said, what would you feel if like your local hometown just started making laws against just you, and then when you protested, they were just like, oh, you're making all that noise again? And she's like, they've been doing this to women forever. And I'm just like, so your thing is women are in such a bad place because they haven't stopped anyone from legislating against them. And your answer to me is, you should also stop fighting legislation against you because reasons. And then they said they didn't want to engage with trans people. And I was like, then why do you keep answering my replies? Like, I don't think you don't know what not engage means. And then
sounds like she's good at stuff and smart.
Hold on. Then she followed my Substack. I got a notification like so-and-so has followed your. I was like,
hey, everyone, while you're here, smash that like button. Go ahead and like this episode.
Ring the little
and follow Lilith's Substack.
Follow Lilith's Substack. Go ahead.
It will be live. There'll be great stuff there probably starting mid-January once I get settled. But yeah, I'm actually unplugging from everything when I leave. I'm gonna stay off social media. I'm going to try to stay off the news as best I can for that first month.
Cutting the cords.
So for our shows, I'm sorry, we cannot talk about current events. So heads up.
You're like, so to be clear, Emily and I can, but you're just going to be like, plug your ears. And
we can have conversations about a delicious banana.
I don't want to hear it.
Something. I want to just do like a mental reset. Like I just want to get out of the noise machine that is America and get my sanity back. And
Lilith is going to be our Costa Rica correspondent. She's going to keep us up to date on everything that's going on in Costa Rica, all the latest news and happenings.
Yeah.
As it affects America.
Pale Nordic bitch got sunburnt. That's the update. Just me looking like a tomato.
Honey, wow. I mean, I'm not guaranteed. I'm not committing to anything 100% yet, but all signs point for me to go to Cambodia, and I have no intention of learning thing one about Cambodian politics. I'm just gonna fucking keep my fucking head down and just fucking do whatever. Like I'm just gonna non-participate at all. Like it's
I'm
like,
gonna
you
get
know
you a
what?
T-shirt that says everything I need to know about Cambodia I learned from the dead Kennedys, and you can just wear
Yeah.
that. Yeah, there you go.
Got
I
this.
mean,
So this was great this week. I'm talking to my
you got the passport.
yeah, I've had it for a couple weeks. I think I even showed it on
Oh,
the show, but it's fine.
So this is like prop comedies. This is like a Carrot
Yes.
Top sketch.
This is so I've got my passport. I've got my tickets to and from Australia. We booked hotels yesterday. Everything's all set. I think it was 3 days ago. I'm looking into, various visas and stuff like that, and what's involved and how long does it take, sort of some of the things you need to do, just to find out, like, if this is something I do move forward with, how and why, or all of those things. Then I was kind of curious because I typed something in about the passport and it came back with an answer I wasn't expecting. So I was much more clear about it. I'm like, how long can I stay in Australia with just a passport? And it's just like, you may not. You need to have this temporary visa. And I'm like, oh shit, I have a month, like, and
yeah.
the holidays are coming up. Like, are they going to process this? So you have to download the app and do this whole thing, and I did it right away. And it was like cross the fingers, clench the buttocks, because I'm like, I've already got everything planned, and if I can't go, or if I can go but they won't let me into the
They won't
country, I'm
let you
just
off the
like
plane.
in
Yeah, they won't let you.
airport
Yeah.
jail.
All right. Well, I'm
Like,
just gonna go hang out at this, whatever the Australian version of Chick-fil-A is.
Right. You just got to watch that Tom Hanks movie for like to study it so you can know what to do. You just
just
live in
get the
an airport.
tricks and
Yeah,
tips.
just live in
I'm
the
just gonna get
airport.
some
Like,
fried
yeah.
platypus over here. Platypus are us. Hang out in the airport.
I love that you brought that up. I just learned very recently that it is actually inappropriate to call it a duck-billed platypus. It's more appropriate to call them platypus-billed ducks because the platypus predates the duck by at least 1,000,000 years.
Yeah, I don't need to get into this woke platypus shit. Like, I just can't. So speaking of visa,
I
The
learned
platypus had the
Kelly,
bill
duck-billed
first.
platypus when I was in
I've
grade school.
I've never
I'm not fucking changing it.
I've
Trust
never
the
called them
science.
I've never called them duck-billed platypus because there's no non-duck-billed platypus. They're just
The platypus.
platypus.
Uh-huh.
But so like you,
Basic biology.
I'm
Wow.
getting visa and working on immigration stuff, and I needed a new copy of my birth certificate, and I needed you have to get like an FBI screening that just says you're not wanted for anything here. Took me less than a week to get each of those.
Okay.
Before Thanksgiving, I came to Richmond. I needed a certified copy of my name change. And it had to, they can print out a copy, but this has to be dated and sealed. So it had to go up to the judge, and they said they'd mail it to me. And I had to come back to Richmond and go to the courthouse Thursday and pick up the copy by hand because it hadn't come yet.
Wow.
I was just like, when I left the day I asked for it, I told my boyfriend, I was like, I have no faith in these people to accomplish anything. And I was so right. But I've got it. And hopefully this week I'll send everything off to get, they have it's called apostille. It's like an international, what do you call it? Notary public that says it's all legit. And then once I have that, I can start the process when I get to where I'm going, they can start my visa.
Okay, so I have a question about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know if, but I don't know very specifically when I would move. When should I do that? If it takes about a week or maybe 2 weeks, maybe even let's say 3. Does it make sense to do the FBI and the medical check now, or will it expire if I go in 6 months?
So that's the thing, you have to check with them. So like for me, everything has to be less than
I'm
6
gonna
months
pause
old when
here
you do
just
it.
just
So
because Lilith, on
uh,
my end, you were a little choppy and we missed everything you said. So can you just start over there?
okay. Yeah.
The
So
audio is fine. It's just your
check.
internet fucked up.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
would say, you need to check. Okay. So you need to check. Like my stuff has to be within 6 months of me doing the application.
Okay.
So I got my birth certificate. I ordered like November 11th, and then at the end of November I got that FBI thing. But the FBI thing you have to do in the States.
Yeah.
So I went, and you just go to a place and like they do your fingerprints, and then like a week later you get something in the mail that says, yeah, you're not wanted for crimes,
Okay.
or you've never committed a crime.
And then you just go to your primary doctor. I keep stepping on you, and I'm so
I
sorry.
don't.
Man,
I
I'm excited.
The doctor never came up with Costa Rica, so
Okay. Oh, yeah. I thought you had to prove that you're not, a plague bearer.
I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
haven't done any of this.
I'm not. I don't feel suspicious or anything. I'm not. No, that was never brought up that I have to do anything like that.
Okay.
I did get before I left, I was woefully behind on some vaccinations. Like I hadn't had tetanus shot in, you're supposed to get like every 10 years. I probably haven't had one in like 40 years. So
All right, RFK Jr. Well, we see where
yeah.
you're at. Cool.
Yeah.
I was
No,
gonna
I've been taking heroin this whole time. Doesn't that help my tetanus?
Well, just our new health director or whatever he's
It's not
going
that
to
I don't
be, we'll be very proud of you for that.
it's not that I don't believe in them. It's just like it means I have to go to the doctor. So, you know. In
I was
fact,
gonna
what's that?
No, I was going to add something on top of it, but y'all, you can go ahead. It's not that important. I was just going to say, well, I was going to say to Emily, because like if you're asking about like if you should wait to do the FBI stuff, I'd say don't, because the FBI might not fucking be there in 2 months. Like, yeah, I wouldn't wait to do a single fucking thing. I would do
Okay.
everything you can before that fucker gets sworn in, like because
Mhm.
who fucking knows what chaos is going to ensue. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust anything while there's a modicum of competence left in the federal government. Like, well, it's intact. Like, still do
The only
the
plus side you could
things.
have is like you were having trouble getting to Canada because you had to prove that you were in danger. Like if you're in Australia and February comes around, then maybe it might be a case where you have provable danger coming back, and they'd work with you on that stuff as a refugee. But right now, you can't claim refugee status because right now Democrats just don't care to help us. They're not
That's what it
actively
is.
harming us.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, the analogy that I use is it's like if you're in a plane that's going down, it's like everyone around you is panicking and screaming and you're fucking terrified and it's horrible and you know it's going to fucking end in disaster, but for the moment you're in your chair and everything's fine. It's like, so like, well, you're in the chair. The plane's hasn't actually collided with the ground
Oh,
yet. So like, we can't do anything. Sorry.
I thought
Like,
that was going. I thought that was going a different direction. I was be like, the plane's going down, and Nancy Pelosi is one of the stewardesses, and she's taking pictures of stuff and posting them on eBay, trying to sell them to make some money on the way down.
yeah, that's good too. She's going over the safety features. Just to remind you, make sure you keep your seatbelt
Oh,
on.
she don't
Like,
care
Yeah.
yeah,
about. She don't
It's
care about
really
anyone's safety.
it's really important that you put up your tray tables because
yeah,
that's
that's super important. That's priorities, it's the rules. Rules is rules. Yeah.
um
Rules is rules. Unless someone breaks them, then what can we do?
Wow, and then it's like, yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
know. Can't do anything about that. You're not supposed to do that. Oh, when are they going to learn, Lilith? When are they going to learn? Like, yeah.
Well,
When are they going to learn that they can't break the rules?
I assume when I
That's, I don't
die,
think
I'll meet
no.
Nancy Pelosi in heaven, and she'll come running to me as like, "Did they ever figure out what to do if people break the rules?" And I'll be like, "Shut up, bitch! What are you doing up in heaven?"
Yeah, good, clean fun here on being trans. Hey, we got merch. We got some stuff. We
Hey,
got
Going right to merch. Just like desperately buy all the merch, please.
Buy the merch. Here we got these great these great mugs that you can get at what is it being
Okay.
the
Well, first
transfers
off, I gotta
RFB.
say, perfectly timed. Speaking of trying to sell shit as the plane goes down, please buy our shit. The transverse.etsy.com for our wonderful shop of fun things, including the actually very popular Punish Her t-shirt.
Speaking of, there it is, ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, the Punish Her t-shirt. This could be yours.
They're beyond the what?
Friends
Yeah,
beyond the
that
binary.
you heard that
those,
too, right?
Those
Like
that
the
have evolved
yearning.
past male and female, like
Well, Amanda,
boy and
just do a
girl,
quick
like
red leather, yellow leather, red
those
leather, yellow.
who no longer have any need to be tethered to gender. Though that's what I'm talking about.
I do
Our
need to be
good
tethered, though.
friends.
Just not
Well, I mean,
to gender.
you're confusing it with bound. You need to be tied up a little bit. We all understand that one. But
that shirt needs to get here by the 31st. Otherwise, just could be sitting on a porch in Detroit for 3 weeks.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's all right. It's my fault for waiting so long to order it.
The shirt,
is it very popular, or is that just I ordered it?
You ordered it. Charlotte ordered a few. Did Amanda? Did you order one?
No, I'm not. You know, I don't generally wear t-shirts, even though I'm kind of wearing one right now. But it's like I don't generally wear t-shirts, and so like I don't buy them. And like I mean, I was in a band for like 15 years, and we had like must have put out like at least 10 different shirts, and I never ever even got one. Never even put one on. Like I still don't have any band t-shirts like ever. Like I don't. So it's not that I think it's a great t-shirt and I would rock that t-shirt, but I'm not going to buy anything because I'm like, it's just something I would have to take and put in a suitcase. And it's one more thing to put. If I'm going to get it, I'll get it once I'm where I'm going, and then I'll get it shipped there.
The link is in the description.
Link is in the description.
Right?
Click that link. And while you're there, go ahead and, become a Patreon. Become a Patreon at patreon.com/thetransverse. That's a good thing to do. Or just, do what Charlotte's doing and just smash on that super chat button. We love that too. That works great.
Yeah. So Charlotte, I think you're right as well. Charlotte asks, where's the link in the description? And I said, it's there in the description, but the problem is it's typed in the description. It's not because it doesn't have the HTTPS. It's not actually linking. So I'll do one more, you have to copy paste. God damn it. One extra step, but, we appreciate that extra step from you. Thank you.
We're professionals.
I will fix that, right now.
Yeah.
Just imagine how good the Patreon's going to be if we're this caliber of successful links.
Emily needs platypus repellent. Please buy merch.
Please buy merch. Please give us money.
So I think, okay, so I saw this video about, of course, Katie being a good friend. She sent me this video of life in Australia where there's like kangaroos going down the street. I think it was just the other day that there was a kangaroo that went over the Sydney Harbor Bridge on the freeway. People finding koalas in their house, things like that. And then there's these two. One where there was a snake coming down through the ceiling onto the ceiling fan and just kind of getting whapped by the ceiling fan until the ceiling fan takes it off of the top. It pulls it off and throws it directly at the person with the camera. So flying snakes are a thing. And then there's another one where a guy has like a piece of cheese or something on a string that he's tossed under a dresser.
As one does.
Yes, that he's tossed under a dresser. And as he pulls it out, what comes following it is a spider this big with the legs and everything. It was.
Yeah, bugs are a thing in Australia.
Well, everything's a thing in Australia. Like it's a wild fucking place.
Croaky.
Croaky. It's wild over there.
Somehow evolution didn't work very much there, and like it just sort of stuck in the time when bugs were, the size of Volkswagens, and I am not very excited about that part. Although
you'll be fine. You need to learn how to use a sword.
My girlfriend
Just
lives
get yourself a
in
knife.
my girlfriend lives in a city, although there's lots of hiking around. We'll see. I'm gonna stay by the beach. I think that's safer.
Nothing dangerous on the beach.
As long as you don't
The
go in the water.
ocean?
As long as you
No.
don't
I
go
ain't
in the
got
water.
any
The
sharks in
jellies.
Australia. None whatsoever. No problem there.
Ooh, that's a pretty good Aussie accent. I'm gonna have to pick mine up. I haven't even absorbed any yet. I'm usually a pretty good chameleon about that, and I have not
friends in Melbourne.
Picked it up from my girlfriend yet. But it'll happen as soon as I'm there. It'll happen.
Yeah, just embrace it and just like live it. It's great. Embrace it, live it, love it.
You could go to Outback a few times before you leave and kind of get the vibe of Australia there.
Yeah. I'll go to Outback and I'll drink just pint after pint of Foster's and I'll be just ready to go.
Outback Steakhouse. Australian for $2.
I love the way they flavor their steaks. I love the
pepper
dark
and
bread
salt.
they give you. What's that?
With salt and pepper, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. Like, yeah. I don't know. I don't
Amanda's
even
really
actually
taken to the darkness here.
I don't think I've ever actually been to the Outback Steakhouse.
I used to love it. Used to go all the time.
I'm not a big fan of any chain restaurant, really. And it's like, I feel like I could go to the Outback Steakhouse, or I could go to Applebee's, or I could go to Chili's, and it would be the exact same experience. Like,
Applebee's and Chili's, I'm on board with. Yes, definitely the exact same. Outback's a little bit different. Yeah. Of course, Olive Garden's very different because when you're there, you're family.
That's true. I take all my Italian family when they come from Genoa.
It's not when
like,
I go to
like, it's just like Italy.
When I go to Olive Garden, they talk to me, so it's nothing like family.
Oh.
Deep cut.
Yeah. I have found out they do have Little Caesars in Costa Rica, so I'll have that.
So at least you can get bad pizza while you're there.
I get Detroit style.
I love Little Caesars pizza. I don't care what anyone says. Their pizza's awesome. It's great.
I do love Little Caesars. I
shit on of all the fucking places to shit on. Little Caesars is not the one. Like, that place is dope, and their pizza's awesome, and it's dirt cheap, and it's rad.
I have a massive place in my heart for Little Caesars. It's sort of like Little Caesars is sort of like your little brother. Like, you love to pick on him, but like if anybody else does, like you get angry.
Shut up.
Case in point. Yeah.
So Little Caesars, like, I think that's the only reason my parents were able to feed three kids was Little Caesars pizza. And we loved it. So we had Little Caesars all the time. I should go a little bit more. We used to have Little Caesars at the trans peer group all the time, and it was good because it was free pizza. But I haven't gone and tried it recently, so I should do that and back off because, like you said, or like I said, I do have a very big soft spot in my heart for Little Caesars. I love that.
It didn't change. I had it a minute ago. Like, last time it's been a couple of years. It's been since when I lived in Olympia, they opened one up like a year before I left. And it was like right down the street from me. And so I was like, yeah, it was the easiest thing. So it was dirt ass cheap. It's like you can get like a whole ass fucking pizza for like less than $10. And it's just like, okay, yeah.
Well, and don't they have it now where it's just hot and ready? Like, so you walk up and there's just a heat, a heat lamp.
You can do that if you want to, like, why? Or you could call them and order a pizza and have them cook one and then get a fresh pizza. Like, I mean, you could do that.
Them. I'll just grab one of the pizzas.
I don't want to bother them. Too much of a bother.
These poor employees are busting their ass for minimum wage. I'll just walk in and grab one that's already made for $5.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can do that. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of just like shit sitting under the UV lamp, but that's cool. I know.
But that's the whole world. We're all just with shit sitting under the UV lamp.
I don't live that way. I've been like
You are under the UV lamp wherever you are on Earth.
What? What?
Lilith's trying to get too philosophical here.
I was like a deep cut. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I took my smart pills today.
Yeah, no, yes, you know, but there's a metaphysical substrate.
Who are you trying to impersonate right now?
That's Jordan Peterson.
Uncanny. That's the only word I can come up with. Uncanny. So if I'm not absolutely on my game today, it's because I was like, oh, it's midnight, I should go to bed. And then I'm like, oh, there's an episode of The Line. And I clicked on it and I watched that. And then I watched another one. There weren't episodes, they were like segments. But yeah, I got done at 2 a.m. I'm like, what am I doing with my
You
life?
just,
But
because it's great.
it's pretty fucking entertaining,
It's
I gotta
fucking
say.
awesome. Hey, by the way, well, here's a nice segue there. Good news, everybody. This is my good news. Is I'm not on the line, but their sister, like, kind of show that they came from. I will be on the ACA's Truth Wanted. I will be co-hosting with. I'm not sure who I'm going to be on with yet. They haven't told me, but I would bet it's going to be Objectively Dan. But like, I will be on Truth Wanted, and I'm very excited for it. I haven't talked about it yet because I wanted to wait till it was official, but like, yeah, I've been in contact with the ACA there in Austin, and I will be heretofore at least being a guest on the shows, and depending on how, when I get situated and all that, because it's the time's running up. But hopefully, if I do well, they'll have me back, and I'll keep doing that. I'll still be doing this, but like, keep an eye out. So January 17th, I will be live on Truth Wanted at 7 p.m. Central Time. So please join us there,
If we're giving
Perfect.
all the good news, I'm going to be on Duck Dynasty Costa Rica this summer. Yeah, look forward to that.
What is it? Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty Costa Rica, yeah.
Okay. I
The
missed
legend
one
continues.
crucial word and I effed up the joke. I apologize. Yeah, and then I'll just have video of me just screaming and running away from giant insects. That'll be my life.
I mean, maybe, like, I think, like, you see the video of like the snake that flies at the
They're as
guy. Like,
afraid
it's,
of you as you are of them.
I don't know about that, but like, what I will say is, like, yeah, that stuff's there, but I mean, I'm sure the frequency of that is like, you can watch plenty of like YouTube bloopers of Americans, like, with a log truck like falling off and smashing the camera and, killing a family or something. It's like, and that doesn't happen every fucking day. So like, I don't know. I would say don't
I would posit that it does happen every day,
every
just
day.
not in the same
Once a day,
city.
it's a real
Just
fucking
not in the
problem.
same city.
It happens once a day, but like
But
the
country's
log
so
lobby
big.
has got a stranglehold on the Republican Party, so they won't pass any
The
legislation.
country's so big, you never hear about it.
Like, thoughts and prayers. That's all we got.
Yeah, did you actually know that log truck mishaps are the number 3 killer of Midwestern moms in America?
I did not
It's
know
tragic.
that.
It's tragic.
I
Real
did
Final
know that.
Destination shit going on there.
I did know that 40% of people that are admitted into the emergency room are admitted because they cut their hand slicing bagels.
I've never had to go to the emergency room for that, but I've cut myself slicing bagels plenty of times.
I also heard that Dolly Parton's boobs exploded while she was scuba diving.
What?
Yeah, when I was in
heard
middle school, I heard this thing about the guys in New Kids on the Block. I can't repeat here.
Oh yeah, Jordan Knight. Yeah, we all heard that one. Did I ever
Yeah.
tell you my real Jordan Knight story that actually happened?
No.
So I was living in Los Angeles in the summer of 1999, and I was living in this weird, precarious situation. I won't go into it, but I had a lot of roommates in a place in Westwood, which is by UCLA, and three of my roommates were girls that were there from the UK, two from London and one from Glasgow, and the reason they were there is one of them, her name was Tony. She was working as an intern at MTV, and the other two were just her friends who were like tagging along for holiday, and so they were there, and it was fine. We were friends. They were cool. We had fun. I decided one day, because I'd never been to the MTV offices, like, I should see what MTV's all about. And so I decided to go and visit Tony while she was at work. And I took a thing of donuts. Like, I went and got some donuts and some coffee because I was getting up, like, it was like 3 in the afternoon and I was like sleeping late those days. And so, like, I thought it would be funny, and so I had like donuts and coffee. And like I went to the MTV studios and like I went in there and I was like, I was just, hey, I'm looking here to see Tony. She's like, oh yeah, she's on the 3rd floor. Just go up and like, take a left and go around the corner. So it's like, and so I got there and I rode the elevator up and we went and I got out and it was just cubicles and stuff and people. And I went and I'm walking, and as I'm getting towards the end of the corridor there, like this big, huge, like 6'6" dude with like a headset wearing like a black leather jacket just comes around the corner and like grabs me and like slams me against the wall. It's like, clear. And like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then like 4 more of these guys come out that look pretty much the same, all wearing the same clothes, all with headsets. And in the middle of them is Jordan Knight of the New Kids on the Block. And that was his security entourage. And like, they had to make sure I wasn't a threat to Jordan Knight because he was putting out, he was in the process. He had just released his comeback solo album.
Oh yeah, his world famous solo
Yeah,
album.
it didn't really pan out really. He was overshadowed by Sheryl Crow, but that's okay. And
if I had $1 for every time that happened to me.
Yeah, it was
Sheryl Crow. Damn it.
Yeah.
Always stealing my
about
thunder.
to grab the brass ring.
Right?
Fucking
it's right
Sheryl
there.
Crow just pulls it up higher.
That long-awaited Jordan Knight comeback, like everybody, like just edge of their seat, and Sheryl had to do it again.
Yeah, well, yeah, Tony was sure talking about it a lot. She was living and breathing MTV, and boy, did she love Tom Green. That was the Tom Green years.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, she was like, oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
Oh, he's
brilliant. It's like, oh, okay. I never got into Tom Green. I don't know.
Nice and brilliant. The other day we were having a team meeting and he ate a tampon. It was brilliant. You're like,
absolutely brilliant.
What are you talking about?
And he talked about his one ball.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah. Now Tony was posh London, so she was pretty posh, but like, yeah. But hey, good times in Los Angeles at the tail end of the American century. Like, yeah.
So you didn't get to have your moment with Jordan because you were.
Oh no, I didn't say word one to the guy. He just
held
flew
up
past me.
I
was like, yeah, I just spilled some coffee. That's about it. Like,
you look at him in the eye and you're like, Jordan, what the fuck, man? I thought we were cool.
No, I just went and I saw Tony. I was like, hey, Tony, you'll never guess what happened to me. He's like, it was Jordan Knight, wasn't it? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Got slammed into a wall.
Yeah, it was just here. Everyone's in a tizzy. Yeah.
Kurt Loder was losing it. He met Jordan Knight.
Kurt Loder shit his pants live on MTV News. That was the news. He had to break in and interrupt himself.
Oh my God. Jordan Knight's here. Oh, I can just imagine Kurt just go, oh.
Stone Temple is ju. This just in, I shit my pants. Back to you, Kurt.
I remember so few names from that era. Oh my God. But Kurt Loder, yeah.
You remember Polly Shaw?
What was Kurt's co-host?
Tabitha Soren.
Tabitha Soren. Thank you. Oh yes. Wow. Ubiquitous on MTV.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the MTV News.
Yeah. Well, because basically back then they had like, I think maybe TRL was on. They had like some late shows, but like during the day it was just videos, and they would break in with news clips here and there.
Yeah.
Like, and that was pretty much it. So that's like why Tabitha and Kurt were like who we knew on that channel. Oh.
I think that was earlier. I think by that time in 1999, MTV was pretty much it was just the Real World and TV Grinds and like a bunch of It was a bunch of shows, and like they had to have MTV2 where their videos went. Like, and then is MTV even still a thing? Does that even still exist?
I can't imagine why it would, but they probably just trash shows. Like I know, but I haven't heard anything about Real World or Road Rules, and I'm watching Bravo though, so they've got plenty of shows that I wouldn't see ads for competitors, I guess. But
Yeah, I would be
TV
honest.
streaming, yeah.
All of this is like this could all exist in a sphere that I would never come into contact with. So I'd be hesitant to say it doesn't because I would have no way of knowing if that even exists.
sadly, I shouldn't even know the amount of things that I do. I mean, like we've all heard of the Real Housewives. Like you sort of can't get away from at least hearing about that. But
Heard of it, yeah.
I'm obsessed with a Bravo reality crap show, and so I hear about all of this stuff now. And yes, I'm jealous of your bubble, Lilith.
I mean, like I got rid of cable. And so like, yeah, any of that stuff. And I was never into I've never been
Yeah.
into like big reality shows. So, whatever y'all are into, I guess.
Well, it's weird because when I lived in Olympia is so sheltered from everything, and like it's like while I was in Olympia, I didn't ever watch TV because no one watched. I wouldn't say no one, but very few people that I associated watched any TV at all. Like it was just people didn't even have TVs. And it was a weird thing, and it was like, okay, I can get behind this. And it in a way it was very much better, but I got into that habit because I lived there for nigh on 20 years, and then when I moved to Seattle, it was more of a thing again. And then, but definitely when I lived in LA, like you can't escape it. Like you know exactly what time the Oscars are on, and like every movie coming out and the release date and everyone who's in it, and you cannot escape it in Los Angeles. But Emily and I aren't even that far from Los Angeles, and just over the county line, like I've managed to dodge it now. And so now I'm also like blissfully oblivious to all of Hollywood's shenanigans. Like I don't know who anyone is. I don't know what's out. Like I don't care.
This
Yeah,
this
I'm
same
actually just about ready.
this same conversation happened when the written word took off and people were talking about books. Like Socrates is like, when you're in Greece, you can't escape the written word. But once you get out into it's all oral tradition, and that's how I get all of my information. And then TV came along and it was like, oh, we don't watch TV, we only read books. And now it's like, oh, I don't watch TV, I get everything from the internet. And then 100 years from now, I'd be like, oh, I only get my information from the nutrient food that has information in it that we have to eat. I don't watch YouTube.
I feel like you missed a golden opportunity in the timeline to make some sort of joke about Steve Gutenberg and the printing press, but like it didn't happen.
Gutenberg. Oh man, was he everything for a minute there? God, he was all over.
Exactly
big.
1 minute. He was big for 1 minute. It was like in Police Academy, and then he was
It was several minutes. It was like
and it's two
1983 to
movies.
1988.
It was two movies. It was Police Academy, and then wasn't he in
He was in
Three Men and
Short
a Baby?
Circuit. Short Circuit, man.
Oh, and Short Circuit. Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
God,
Johnny Five?
5.
Come on, who's
no
Johnny?
disassemble.
Yeah, no disassemble, Johnny.
I need to watch that movie tonight. That's such a classic. Love that one.
We started a whole conversation about Australia wildlife in the chat. There's just like this fire burning over here, and we're like, Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah. Well, Steve, in all fairness, Steve Gutenberg always keeps a fire lit in my heart. Like there's always a flame candle for him with me.
I don't even know.
That's like a really good joke, just so you
this.
know. I know you didn't think it was, but it really was really good.
Was it really good?
Cool. Like your Facebook one. Yeah. I get it.
What was my Facebook joke? I don't remember my Facebook joke. Oh, the one that went over everyone's head and like no one liked my joke.
Yeah, the one that hit
so
with like a
mad.
lead balloon. Yeah.
My Yoko Ono joke. It was so good and like no one liked it.
Do you want to tell everybody here?
You want to give it another
Didn't
try?
we do that last week?
You did, but it's either Yoko Ono or Sheet Cakes, so do it.
One of the keys to good comedy is repetition. Tell them
telling
the
the
joke
same joke
until
over
they
and over.
laugh. The other good key is if they don't laugh, you can also explain it to them fully.
That's always good.
That is always a good formula.
Best jokes always have explanations.
One time I was riding the bus and there was this like weird old guy like hitting on this younger girl and she was pretty uncomfortable and he was kind of trying to, he was like, hey, I'm on the seafood diet, I see food and I eat it. And she was like, yeah. He's like, and then she didn't laugh in the way that he wanted. So he then proceeded to explain the whole concept of that joke. And it was pretty good stuff.
If you don't know that seafood has two different spellings and meanings, that joke's going to go right over your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a homonym.
That is actually a favorite gag of mine, is to explain an incredibly obvious joke. I do that. This is where I don't care about the joke anymore. I don't care about your amusement. Like, this is all me, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this.
I will laugh myself silly now, just like making up new twists to this joke. So I'll just be riding home tonight. I'll be like, oh, I'm on the C4 diet. I C4 and I eat it.
Oh, that's so good.
And I'll have like a million of these by the time I get back to Detroit, and I'll be the only one laughing, and everyone will think I'm insane, and I will be in no position to argue with them.
All of Detroit will be like, yeah. No, the Detroit does have Detroiters going on. That show's amazing.
Creepy, unfunny man mansplaining his bad joke. Exactly.
It's good stuff. It's real good stuff. Like, I enjoyed it. I was like Olympia bus, and the Olympia bus had some wild times. Like, I could tell a few bus stories. Is that what we're doing now? We got 15 minutes left. Here's another bus story from Olympia.
We're on the segment of bus stories now.
So I was riding the bus, and like there was like these two teenagers that got on, and they were kind of having a scuffle. These two teenage boys, like high schoolers. One guy was being all tough, and he was like trying to kind of intimidate this other guy who he was just really disinterested and didn't even care. And the guy was like, hey man, we're gonna fuck you up. We're gonna fuck you up. And like, why don't you get off the stop? Let's get off the bus. I'm gonna fuck you up. And like the dude was like, you're not gonna fuck me up, dude. I don't care. Just like, go fuck off. Like, I'm not getting off the bus. This isn't my stop. I'm not getting off the bus to fight you. This is preposterous. The guy's like, man, I'm a fucker. He's like, and then he was just like, the other guy just got so tired of it. It's like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? How are you gonna fuck me up? And he's like, with this. And he like pulled out a picture, and it was a picture of a shotgun. Like, the guy was like, that's a picture of a shotgun. What are you gonna do with a picture of a shotgun? He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, man. But then there was a hippie that was also on the bus, and he was like, he had enough, and he was like, hey guys, come on. And he interrupted, like, everyone just needs to take it down here. And he pulled out a peach from his like shirt. And he was like, here you guys go. You can share this. It's the first of the harvest.
Stone hippies are the best, aren't they? Oh my God.
Well, okay. Not in Olympia. When I lived in California, I liked hippie culture and I was a part of it. And then I moved up to Washington, and everyone's like, fucking hippies. I fucking hate hippies. And I was like, what are you talking about? Hippies are cool. But then I realized that, like, no, these hippies are not cool up there. And I became like, oh God, and fucking hippies. And then I moved back to California, and I'm like, no, it's like, yeah, hippies down here are way cooler than the hippies in the Pacific Northwest. It's like,
they became those Clinton era hippies that kind of ruined the country.
No, it's just like a weird strain of particular kind of hippie up there that's just unsavory. Like, yeah, they just leave a bad taste in your mouth. It's like it's
So I make a note
I
not to
don't
put
want to.
hippies in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't want to disparage an entire group of people too much. Like, I mean, I don't,
I don't think hippies count as like a protected group of people.
I don't know. I
I
feel
mean,
like
you choose to be
Hey,
that way.
hey,
there's
hippie
could be a
hippie
little
lives matter,
prejudice
Lilith.
going on here.
Hippie lives matter.
You don't
Hippie
even
lives
believe that as you're
matter.
saying it to me.
Of course not. There's no such thing as a blue life, as a hippie life. You're not born that. You make conscious choices to get there. Kate says, this is exactly why most Americans do not want to take the bus. I don't know why, because it feels like it should be the same, but it very much isn't. I vastly prefer to take the light rail, the trains in a city over the
Yeah.
bus. For some reason, the bus is so much worse, and I don't understand why.
It's part of like it. I do know why, and I can explain it is because the trains are fast and they generally are on time. And also it's like there's not a stigma with the trains, but like because America has such a driving culture, like and it's a class thing. And so like it's the people that take the bus. It's like there's like a Simpsons joke about it, but like people don't like the bus, the preferred method of transportation for the poor and the very poor alike. Like, like that. Like that's essentially what it is. It's like that no one rides the bus because they want to ride the bus. They ride the bus because they can't afford a car. And that's pretty much it. Like with the train, like if you're in a city that has a good metro system, like a good train system, like then that's a good thing because then you can just it's generally faster than driving. You don't have to deal with driving. You can hop on the train, scoot across town, and it's cool. But the bus takes so long. Like it's just so slow because it's in traffic and it's big and it stops every 200 feet. Like, it's a bad thing. I mean, it's better than not having a bus. It's better than no public transportation. And in some places it's really good. In fact, in Olympia now, the bus is very good and it's totally free. They got rid of payments. So anyone can just get on the bus whenever and hop on it whenever. And it's
I have a question,
great.
Professor. Is
Yeah.
trains are
Let me tell
faster
you more
than
about the
buses?
bus.
Is that going to be on the final exam?
I'm not going to tell you what is and what isn't on the final. You should be just happy to learn things.
I put it in the
Knowledge
chat,
is
but like
power, Lilith.
if you just go listen to the Violent Femmes waiting for the bus, that captures the entire mood of
It really
riding the
does.
bus. And you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is why we hate riding the bus.
They did nail it. And that is you can cut out that whole section where I just said that and then just go listen to that Violent Femme
It's
song
like,
and
oh
it will
yeah.
exactly, yeah, it'll be the exact same thing I said, but like
If you struggle with
more
depression, do
catchy.
not listen to that song. It will infinitely make it worse. If you have to ride the bus, do not listen to that song.
I I
It'll
wouldn't say that's not a super depressing song. Like
it is. It's
that's
just
it.
the mundacity of life. I don't know if mundacity is a word. I just made it up, but
I think mundanity it feels like it
that
mundacity.
was a different way. You and I both said different words.
I know. I feel like
Mundacity.
I'm incorrectly correcting you.
Classic Amanda.
Correct you with something that she's
I'm
not
going
sure
to
is correct either.
incorrectly correct you.
No, that's what I want to give my opinion on what I imagine a word should be.
Just want to take
Yeah.
a second to mention in chat that AJ has popped in and says that I'm a sexy girl and I look fabulous. So I think that's important things to bring up in chat.
I think that is important, and I agree with AJ. Thank you,
For sure.
AJ. I also agree that Emily is sexy and looks fabulous. I also think that. And with that, I think, do we have any super chats that we want to read out? See if it is there anything? Because I think it was mostly just Charlotte, but like
Charlotte did it, but
Charlotte
she
likes
didn't chat
stickers.
anything.
Yeah, Charlotte we love him, Charlotte. But like, if you want to leave if you want to send us a message, we'll read it. But like anyone else, like yeah, there was a.
If
Yeah,
if she wants to text me something.
There's all stuff there. We love y'all chats. All the chats people, we love you. Like I don't know who's got stuff going on. Do we should I feel like we're winding it up, promo time.
Question of the day, platypus, yes or no? Put it in the chat.
I don't understand the question.
You don't have to understand the question. This is why you're a bad improviser.
I'm very pro
Yes,
platypus.
and
I say
no,
yeah,
and?
yes.
All right. I'm no platypus.
Platypus rights.
No.
You know.
I was for platypus, then I heard about this whole thing with they get offended if you call them duck-billed platypus.
Oh well, I'm not interested in that at all. I'm not tired of those woke platypuses.
Yeah.
Like I'm sick of it. I grew up, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably the type to say happy duck-billed platypus, and that's just inappropriate these days. Like it's very insensitive.
It's a war on duck-billed platypuses is what it is.
Look. I'm on their side. I've never called platypuses duck-billed platypuses because there's there's no other kind of billed platypuses. So I agree it's unnecessary. But platypuses are less than 1% of the animal population, and yet we hear so much noise from them about their duck.
You hear so much noise from the duck-billed platypuses that and I will never stop calling
lobby.
them that.
Yeah, big platypus.
Learn this, learn. Don't you know anything about biology? You're a duck-billed platypus.
Yeah, I learned it in 3rd grade biology. Okay, come on.
I know, that's what I was taught. It's still right. You can't just change the names of things.
Yeah.
You can't just change things. They have to stay the same forever. Time can't move. Time is static. Nothing can change.
Just want to also point out that Amanda, you got a good bit of love there. We love Amanda and everyone in the trans. Well, I guess we all got it, but yeah. Thank you, Salon.
Thank you, Salon. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we love you too. And we love everyone here. Anyone doing anything fun for Xmas and other holidays that I can't spell? I'm doing a thing because, there is actually a thing. So Christmas and Hanukkah, like a thing. I don't know enough about like Jewish tradition, but like I have some friends that are Jewish and it's some big thing that it happens once in 1,000 years where like a specific day of Hanukkah falls on the same day as Christmas Day. And that's this year. And so they're having a big old party and I've got to go. I've got to make soup and bring soup.
Like when Trans Day of Visibility fell on Easter. Yeah. That was great.
She has risen.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can smell this, but
has risen indeed.
I'm leaving in 10 days, and I have a shit ton of mushrooms I got to use, so I'm probably going to take an epic.
Yeah, you got to eat those mushrooms like
Christmas
every day.
Christmas Day, y'all should be texting.
It's the perfect day for mushrooms. Yeah.
So if you're taking them Christmas Day, that's perfect because if you remember, I'm doing I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. Emily, you're not going to be able to be up for 24 hours. I'm doing a 12-hour Christmas stream starting at 8 a.m. Pacific, and I'm hoping we'll get some good guest stars popping by. So a
Christmas Day,
heavily mushroomed Lilith would be amazing.
If you text me and I am capable of answering a text, I'd be happy to hop on. I make no promises about anything
of coherence.
I mean, honestly, I take mushrooms mostly for creative purposes, like when I'm developing new shows.
I understand.
Yeah, it's a medicinal thing for me. But yeah, feel free.
That's why I take cocaine. It's medicinal cocaine.
Oh, it is medicinal.
This is the medicinal chemo.
I have narcolepsy. I need the cocaine to stay up.
Yeah, and this is my recreation or my my medicinal cocaine and my
cataracts.
My emotional support Rottweiler. Yeah.
I live in America. I need to take mushrooms for my medicinal purposes.
It's true. Actually, it is good for your emotional health. I think if you can, and it's not for everybody.
Well, I guess everyone drop in Christmas Day and see how I'm doing emotionally.
I'm sure, but with everything that's going on, this will be one hell of a fun trip. Yeah, it'll be a nice time.
I guarantee you, if we do, at least at one point while I'm on, you're going to say, could you please put your shirt back on? That's just
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll send you a link to a playlist that you won't listen to, but I've got a really good fucking
Oh, you know me
Trippin'
so
Balls
well.
playlist. Yeah, I know you won't listen to it. You don't care. Like,
It's not that I
you've
don't
got your own
care.
music that you like. You like what you like.
Yeah.
You're not interested in my awesome
Oh my
fucking
God, why do
psychedelic
you make
fucking
it? You make it
playlist.
so personal. You make it
Okay,
so
I'll put a link to
personal.
my awesome
You don't
psychedelic
care about
playlist
me at all. It's like
in
I'm gonna eat like
the description of the
so many
chat. Should I do it?
mushrooms. Like, yes, you should.
I'm gonna put a link to an awesome Spotify. Everyone's mad at Spotify now, and rightfully so. But
But
Are
they
we
gave
still
Joe
mad at
Rogan.
Spotify?
They gave Joe
everyone's
Rogan
always
$20
mad at
million
Spotify. Like,
for a
they did.
podcast that he was
Yeah,
doing for free on YouTube. Yeah.
Well, the latest scandal with Spotify is they're creating a bunch of fake bands to boost their thing, and the result is it's pushing other bands
The
out.
Monkees are not a fake band. They're created for a TV show and they play their own music.
Spotify did not create the Monkees. That's
this is
bad.
another.
That's bad info.
Okay. I
Okay.
don't know.
Fake news. Fake
Like
news,
AI
sorry.
bands, or like did they
Yeah.
create them like the Monkees where they just like put them together, or are they like AI?
No, they're like AI bands. They're just a bunch of fake bullshit AI garbage that they're just making up and like doing all that
Creed,
stuff.
but it's
Like,
spelled CREID.
yeah. For Creed when you're on a budget.
Pennyback.
You're looking for some entertainment, I do highly recommend the Nickelback documentary on Netflix. Very, very good. It's very, very good.
I'm protesting Netflix too, so I don't have access to that.
Yeah. So
Netflix,
the only other thing,
Spotify, and platypuses. Those are all.
they're high up on Lola's shit list. Another thing that's going on this week, I need to find a guest for the transgender show. Hopefully I can get that together. I do not have somebody. We definitely have a guest for next week. So
I was supposed to be on it and you canceled. You didn't even ask me.
I would love it. I would love it. I
shrill.
need help moving that couch back into the sunroom and getting set up. But yeah, let's do it. I love it.
So this is one Tuesday you want to do it?
Yes.
This Tuesday?
My guest will be Amanda
Why
Bonanza.
not? I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Right there.
Yeah, Amanda Bonanza.
one?
Me, I'll be a guest.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my whole story.
Yep.
I'll be a guest when I'm in Costa Rica if you want me to, but
There you go.
Okay.
I'm clearly not as popular as you two, so I totally get it if you don't want to.
And it's funny because you're the funny
popular.
one.
You're very popular.
So
you're popular among Amanda Bonanza. That's you're trending.
That's corner of the market.
I don't know. I can't I'm gonna try. I will promote it. Follow the Transverse Network on Instagram. That's the best place to find out like what shows are upcoming. Even though we never promote this show on there, but we'll get better. We'll get better. We're getting there. I also want to start.
I have to chime in here.
I also want to start the creative block very soon, which will be a Wednesday night show. I don't know what time. Maybe I'll do 5 o'clock for that one. Run like a maybe we'll do a 5 o'clock Pacific on that one and see, how a little bit earlier works, because the transgender show starts at 6 p.m. to make sure that the West Coasters can watch it along with the East Coasters, but then it gets sort of late for East Coasters. So let's try a little bit earlier. We'll do 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm not sure if I'll do it start this week or next week, but it will be starting soon. And I'll just be drawing on stream, being creative and doing fun stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing is, trying not to get emotional. I am done, I believe, recording the bits that I want to for the beginning and end of Kari Aiden's episode. So I will have that out. For those of you that don't know, Kari Aiden was a big part of the Transverse and a very close friend, and we lost her in August of this year. I didn't find out until September, and so I've been trying to get her episode edited and out, and I was telling friends this week, I don't know why it's been so hard for me to put together this stuff for a dead close friend, but surprisingly, it's been difficult to get through. So I apologize for the delay. I apologize for the fact that the transgender show has not had an episode out in about 3 months on the podcast, but that's what's been going on with me. So thank you so much for your patience. That episode will be out this week. Let's release it on Monday. at 9 well, actually, I usually do it at 4 a.m. so that the East Coasters can wake up and start their day with it. So look for that this week, both as a podcast and here on YouTube for those of you that are, which is most of you that are watching on YouTube. And you know, if you don't watch the show much, if you haven't watched it in a while, if you kind of don't care, if you would do me a favor and check that one out, because again, it's just so special to all of us at the Transverse that I'd really appreciate that. So look for that on Monday.
I want to jump in and cancel on Tuesday because that's Christmas Eve and I've got shit going on at 6. I get shit going on. I can't do anything on Tuesday.
Should we not do a Christmas Eve
I can't. I've got engagements. It's Christmas Eve. I promised I would be somewhere at 6. I've got a dinner. Like, okay. Yeah, so I'm sorry. So we will not be doing. I will not be a guest next week. The transgender show.
So yes,
this coming Tuesday.
The Transverse Network. Oh, so that means that this week would be Christmas Day for Creative Block Wednesday. So that will also.
You're already going to be doing. I mean, that's something you can do while you're doing your stream.
I will be drawing on there. Ooh, send us in some ideas for drawings, like in chat, and definitely on the Instagram account, the Transverse Network, on Instagram, and I will get that up.
I would like to see Bart Simpson
sorry,
sing
Alexis.
"Don't Have a Cow Man," but also he's in the shape. He has the body of a cow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Alexis. I guess there was no way to really get that out there, but yeah, she had heart disease complications this year, and yeah, that's what took her from us. Yeah, so I believe, and I feel like a horrible friend, I've lost contact with where the obituary was, but I believe it was August 12th of this year. So yeah, we loved her very much. I loved seeing the comments on the obituary. There was a ton of love from the community. It was really strange because she was completely dead named on the obituary, and all the family members and friends of the family and all that dead named her. And then you just get to a point in it where it switches over to community, and then it's just thousands of messages, and the hashtag, her name was Kari. It was really beautiful, and that really kind of helped in some of the processing to see how much love that she had.
Because that was fucked up. I hate when I hear about that happening. It's like one of those things where it's like, I mean, I know that's not going to happen to me because I have a respectful family, but like, fuck, people suck. Like, they suck so bad.
Yeah.
Like, how could you be such a piece of shit to do that to your own fucking kid? Like, I don't get it. I don't get how awful people can be.
Well, you know what? Honestly, in fairness to them, like when somebody dies, it's all about you, anyways. Like the person who dies, like they're done. Like they have no more worries. They have no more concerns. So all of
we might as well just piss on her fucking life. Like, yeah.
Well, all of it from then on is about you, anyways. This you know, the burial and the funeral and stuff. It's all for the people that are there. It has very little to do with the actual person. At least I guess maybe this is more my belief. I should clarify that. But yeah, the person isn't going to be any more or less honored by anything that we do. It's all for us. And so it makes sense that, you know, in that vein, since it's sort of a selfish thing anyways, that you would do what you want and you would say the name you wanted them to be known as and wanted to call them. And so I am just saying I understand it, not that I support it.
Yeah,
go ahead, Amanda.
Fucking gross. I was just saying it sounds pretty fucking repugnant to me. I find that wholly disgusting. I think that's just one of the worst things you can fucking do.
Yeah.
And like,
that was my long tirade of saying I'm not surprised. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
That is also true. I think that's about that. I gotta pee in the toilet. I gotta eat a snack. I gotta do a thing. I gotta jump away. Unless you got something else, like I hope I didn't cut you off. Did you have something you want to talk about?
No, I think that was just a reaction to the phrase "pee in the toilet."
Well, should I pee somewhere? I don't know. Now we're all wondering where else you would. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes I
then why
pee in the
would you
shower if I'm
So
specify?
being
this one time she's going in the toilet. Where does it usually go? Is what we're
usually
concerned
goes to
about.
the toilet, but as
Oh,
I just admitted, sometimes here
They've-
and there I will pee in the shower because
they've
I'm a
they've
person.
domesticated
But
the Amanda.
as
She's
Emily
an
will
indoor
attest, I
cat
have a
now.
bidet. I'm beyond domesticated. I'm civilized as fuck. I'm European.
You have
I'm a
not
peon. I'm
experienced
gonna
all
be a
of.
peon.
I will say, as having finally experienced a bidet at Amanda's house, you have not experienced all that life has to offer unless you've had a small jet stream of water sprayed directly into your asshole.
I love it. It's great. It's the
It's
best thing ever.
I mean,
it's
Everyone should do it.
I've had stuff sprayed directly into my asshole. It hasn't necessarily been water.
It's great.
yeah.
I recommend it. 5
it's-
stars, 10/10. No notes. Do it. Get one today. It's the
I'm
best
still
way to live
adjusting.
your life.
I'm still
You
adjusting.
always, I mean, I hated to it was funny because like Emily used the bathroom and I just like, I was like, hey, the bidet's here. Here's how you use it. And then, she's in there and then I just heard, woo!
Yeah, I hear
I
Emily
just started
giggling from the
laughing.
bathroom, going, "Oh my god, oh my god, what?"
But yeah, it's if you're not ready for it, it's a new thing. But like here's the thing is like it cleans your ass and instead of walking around like wiping dry fucking ass fucking wood shavings on your fucking ass, like it washes your butt, gets the poop off. It's a good thing. Everyone
Yeah.
should use it. Everyone should have one. And I think most of the rest of the world has them, if I'm right. Or at least, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I think a lot of places do, but like
All right,
anyway,
y'all.
we'll
This
find
is
out. I don't know if
Emily
that's all the
signing off
rage
of
in Cambodia. I hope so. I'm gonna get
let's
one if it's not.
thank you all for joining us for Bidet Talk. This has been great. I'm Emily.
Hey, mate.
God damn it. No.
Cha-cha. We'll see you next week with more
Bye,
great
everyone.
hits. Hey, one more thing. Oh, I love that.
Damn it.
Set off the
What was
balloons.
that?
That's delightful. Hey, one more thing. Mediocre Poker is coming on it at the top of the hour, and I'll be playing PLO again, and I have gone up in stakes again, and the game has changed. So, we'll see. Come check it out. See if I can win at higher stakes. I've been winning. It's been going well. Maybe I just cursed myself. We'll see. I think last week the poker gods were not in my favor and they didn't deal me any cards. And so it's pretty shitty. But hopefully this week will be a little better. We'll see you at Mediocre Poker right here on the Transverse at the top of the hour. We will see you there. And thanks everybody for being here. If you haven't smashed that like button, give us a like.
Moosh,
Click
moosh.
the like. Click that thumbs up there. Just do it. You want to go the extra mile, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join if you're really inclined. We love that. And else than that,
Really
we'll
need to
see
get
you
her an
next
outro
week.
script.
I'll never do
Because it meanders a
I'll never
little too
read
much,
it.
and then we talk for a half hour about bidets.
And then
another thing, I gotta say of it all. I gotta say it all. Gotta catch them all. It's
Kurt
the
Loder would
opposite
be
of
so disappointed
Pokemons.
in us right now.
Tabitha
Kurt
Soren is
Loder.
rolling over in her grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, God, tell me
It's
she's
real
not dead.
sad.
I mean this. I love you all in chat, in the show. I mean
And
it. Thank
Tabitha
you so
Soren.
much.
Yeah, we love you.
And definitely Tabitha, top of the list, but y'all are on that list as well.
Thank you, everyone. We love you. See you next week.
Oh, but wait, there's one more.
And also,
We're bad at this game. Bye, y'all.
Everyone.